Welcome to Cooking the Books. I'm here in the Cooking the Books studio with Ceridwen Morris and her husband, Sam Lipsyte. They both write books. How's that, guys? Is that weird? Just both write books as a couple? Is it fun? Is it cool?
Is it fun? Let's go.
We take turns.
You take turns writing books.
Yes.
Yeah, so far that's how it's worked.
That's how it's been.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for giving us a twofer. It's our first dual Cooking the Books appearance. And today we're going to be cooking something that has absolutely nothing to do with Ceridwen's book. But can you tell the Cooking the Books audience what we were originally going to make?
The placenta?
Yeah, okay. I was really into that idea. Do
well,
people actually cook and eat their placentas?
Yeah, we don't really go into the placenta recipes in this book, but they are online if anyone's interested in various places. People really do it. Didn't we get some suggestions from our midwife or?
Yeah.
She just really wanted us to
She really wanted us to save it, and we did.
Is it still there in the freezer?
Yeah.
It's still in the freezer.
But unfortunately, I think it was thawed at one point, and now it's back in the
spoiled.
freezer, so I think it's
we
spoiled.
Can't do it.
You can't.
There's nothing we can do with it now.
I should probably point out that your book is about pregnancy and childbirth and parenting.
Yeah. Although it could be about
cannibalism.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Body parts,
So just to give equal time to Sam's book, which is one of the best novels I've read in, I don't know, a long fucking time.
Well, thank you.
And it's hilarious and creepy and sad and weird.
There are moments in the book or scenes in the book that I would never have written if Ceridwen hadn't have written this book.
So I filled up the apartment with anxiety about, did I read every single study on episiotomy?
I lived in in Ceridwen's research and her writing of this book, and a lot of things rubbed off on me, and I started to play with ideas of, there's a birthing center in there. And, that also has an archery range. That's not in Ceridwen's book. But. So my book is about a guy who works as a development officer at a sort of mediocre university in New York City. He lives with his wife and child in Astoria, Queens. He gets fired from his job. And then the university wants him back for one ask, which is where the title of the book comes from. And it turns out to be his very rich friend from college who maybe wants him to do some seedy things for him in exchange for arranging for a donation.
He doesn't seem to have the strongest moral core, except, he loves his child.
Right, and so he kind of gets caught up in a whirlwind of activity that's out of his control, and goes through the various stations of humiliation and despair. With a lot of jokes along the way.
So let's talk really briefly about why we're going to make the pork buns from the Momofuku Cookbook.
There's a big theme in the book about wraps, because our hero is kind of taken up with the rap culture in New York City, and I mean W-R-A-P, no hip hop.
Yeah,
he's talking about
have a terrible office job and you need to eat something.
You get your wrap in the little
standardized.
Plastic. Exactly.
Quickly.
I brought that up to you, Emily, but you rightly said wraps are gross. Let's do something else. There is a riff throughout the book in which it's proposed that there be a reality show in which America's leading chefs go to death rows around the country and cook the last meals of condemned prisoners. And then how we got to pork buns was we were talking about what would your last meal be, or what would my last?
What would your top chef last meal be?
Yeah, these are. I hope that we can make a rendition of them that's nearly as good, but they're just so amazing. It's something that is an obscene thing to eat, because it's a slice of pork belly which has been slow cooked and caramelized in salt and sugar, so it's like pork fat candy almost, in a piece of carbs, and both are delicious and gross and bad for you. And then we're going to make a quick cucumber pickle just by combining some sugar and salt and some thinly sliced cucumbers, and then we're gonna
We're
just
gonna actually
eat some buns.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's so
so
great.
let's get to it. If you can have the presence of mind to talk about childbirth while cutting, this is revealing me as like an anxious person who cares way too much what total strangers think of me. But I've always worried, like, what if you do something embarrassing, or
Like
poop or
yeah.
basically
Well,
that you're gonna poop, or just that you're
Well,
gonna poop.
Just you're gonna it's so funny. I was so anxious about starting to teach, and I'm like, I hope I can remember all the statistics about the New York regional hospitals, and then I come in and basically everyone's like, but what if I poop?
Porky.
Oh wow, that is really fatty. Well, it's a good thing you're
I
gonna be
mean,
executed tomorrow
It's
because
bad.
Should we just line some up here?
You have technique. Did you ever work in a sandwich shop?
I worked for a while in a barbecue place.
Oh, cool.
And I started as a dishwasher, but worked my way up to the line.
I kind of can't believe that we're gonna eat this.
I understand now what you mean when you
Kiva.
say, you just should have one. Now I get it. Because I was like, why would you just want to have one?
yeah, you have one and then you execute it. Works out really
Or
well.
if you're gonna be executed, you could have like 6. Cheers. Bon appetit.
Yeah, bon appetit. Happy bun eating. We're gonna imagine that this is our last meal. Mmm. Mmm. Mmm.
It's a pork bun.
Those are really good.
It doesn't taste that crazy.
No,
Like
it doesn't.
the fact that it's just a
It's
wedge
not
of
like-
pig fat.
You don't feel like you're just like biting into a stick of butter. I mean, you are essentially biting into
Yeah.
a stick of butter, but it's like
Yeah.
spicy and salty
Good.
and yeah.
Spicy and salty and sweet.
Thank you guys so much for coming on the show and helping me make these awesome, awesome buns. And everyone should buy it. They should be better together on Amazon. The Ask and Fun Labs.
Yeah, they should
Can that
pair
not
them.
be arranged?
Yeah.
Pork buns all around.
Sayonara.
I am giving you